Smiley Day Geeks, welcome back to the Geek Sider Show. I'm Josh.
I'm Anna.
And in this video, we're talking about Critical Role, Campaign 3, Episode 24.
Yeah, 24.
Wow, okay, gosh. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. So, the first half of this episode was just, it was full of just cool, right?
Yeah.
Because they're flying in on the airship, and this encounter that they rolled for was, what do you call it? A Dustra,
Dustra or something like
it was
that.
It was some kind of like,
It's basically a giant squid in the sand.
like a subterranean squid. And I was
Yeah.
like, ooh man, it has like hands on the ends instead of like it was freaking terrifying the way Matt described it. But what my thought was, when Imogen went to fly down and Laudna was riding on her back, my first thought was, oh shit, Laudna's or Imogen's gonna drop her.
Yeah, same. I was like,
I
oh
fully
my
expected
gosh.
it. And I could even see, like, because I rewatched a little bit of the first half of this morning, and I was looking through the chat as it was going by, and people were like, Imogen's evil, Imogen's so evil. And I'm like, well, she hasn't really done anything super evil yet, but that would have been the moment to fucking do it.
Yeah. Imogen's not evil yet.
She's getting there.
But she has very questionable morals, and she does things that are inappropriate and not right. And I think some of it had to do with the stone. She got the stone so early that I don't know if any of this was pre-existing or if it's all just the stone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've said for a while, like, I like Imogen as a character, but Imogen as a person,
We wouldn't be buddies.
no, she's not a good person. Not really.
Because, I mean, think of the two characters that we've seen Laura play in, like, the main campaigns, not the one-shots and stuff, in the main campaigns. There was Vex, who, morally pretty, well, Vox Machina is morally gray, kind of all over the place, but basically a good person.
Basically
a good person.
Basically good. And then Jester, who is very good.
Yeah. But chaotic as shit.
Yeah.
Imogen is not a good person.
And I think what I really like is that you have Imogen, who on the surface is sweet and naive and just seems so innocent. And she's not a good person. And then you have Ashton, who has this asshole persona, like they are just a giant piece of shit, who has a heart of fucking gold and will literally do anything for anyone. And I love that you've got both of these in the same group.
I think out of all the characters this campaign, so far for me, I think Imogen has the most potential for a very long-form, drawn-out, interesting arc. I'm more interested in her overall character development from the beginning of the campaign to the end. I think the most potential to me is with her. It was also the first half where they had the watch, right? Yeah, they did the watches and the bird.
I think that was during the first half.
That was because that was before they met
before,
Dusk.
Yeah.
So, all right. I saw a video earlier today, and I didn't realize this about when spoilers for Campaign 2, but not in Campaign 2. Her fear of water was something Sam came up to kind of in the moment during roleplay. Did not realize that at all. I think FCG's rivalry with this bird, I think, is something that Sam just came up with, and I think he might just be trolling. Well, I think it might have been FCG kind of trolling Chetney. But then if FCG was just trolling Chetney, would they have made that bond and trusted companion or whatever?
Yeah.
Because if it was FCG playing a prank, I don't think that would have happened.
Yeah, and I don't know that FCG. I have Sam as being a troll vibes, just like his whole flat Earth thing.
Yeah.
That is absolutely 100%
100%.
Sam being a troll. And that's kind of the vibes I got from this bird, was that this is just Sam being a troll.
But is it Sam being a troll? Is it going to turn into something like, FCG does have this ongoing rivalry with some bird somewhere. Like some mangy bird
probably, like,
shit on FCG's head at some point, and now he thinks it's out to get him.
And it's probably like a really common bird and a bird that's not uncommonly mangy, and so like it's not even the same bird, but it's just this breed of bird that he hates. But
he's all fucked up looking.
But he thinks it's the same bird, like the swimming birds down here.
Yeah,
they always look mangy.
Well, our seagulls.
Yeah.
The seagulls, about 1 in 5 just looks like shit.
Yeah.
Like, look, it's had a rough life. And seagulls will shit all over anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, so I think it's just a specific species of bird that tends to shit on aoromatoids.
or just
just in general, yeah.
Because there are some birds who, I swear to God, some birds are more prone to shitting on cars than others.
Mm-hmm.
That some of them, I think they think it's funny. Like, I think some birds have a sense of humor, twisted though it may be. And then right before the break, they're walking. They're gonna go. Were they going to go to a Taste of Tal'Dorei, or was that?
I think they were following the.
They're following
the
orb.
orb.
Yeah,
and
it
was going in that direction.
I hope they go there.
Me too. Same.
But they were for Armad Treshy, right?
Yeah.
They were following them. But they overheard a commotion and went to go check on Dusk.
Yeah.
And they met a new character.
Which, that, again, goes to prove my point. They all heard the commotion. Who's the first one who ran off to interfere?
It was Ashton, right?
Yep. It was Ashton.
It was like they heard it and then they were off.
Yeah, they heard it.
No, it was Orem, wasn't it?
Nope, it was Ashton.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. That Orem noticed it, and he was listening and just kind of deciding. I kind of think that Orem was... defaulting to Ashton because this is where Ashton's from, and he would know if it's worth interfering or not,
or if
they
it's
should,
potentially a ruse.
Exactly. So I think Orem pointed it out, but deferred to Ashton's judgment, and Ashton heard it, and they were like, "Yeah, no, I head in." Like he's the one who started. All right, everybody, roll for initiative because they just ran in.
And Dusk. Let's talk about Dusk.
Yes.
This is a very interesting character.
Yes.
Are they... Well, they exist like somehow between the Feywild and the Prime Material Plane, or something like their dreams do something. Like, what the fuck is going on with Dusk? They definitely have
a story. The character is Fey touched, and Erica obviously has an idea of how she wants to play that out with this character. So that's really fucking interesting. What I thought was really fucking interesting was, as soon as the episode ended, I went on Twitter and I looked up the art. If you haven't gone and seen the art for this, you go look at it. Yeah.
Really cool.
Their tattoo, really similar to Orem's.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, it is.
Except it's water. And
I wonder if that's a coincidence.
Is air.
Yeah.
I think she might be water, Shari.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. The tattoos are very fucking similar. There's actually somebody tweeted that too. Like, I talked about it in my server when we saw the art. I was like, those tattoos kind of look like Orem's. And then the official art got posted. We looked at that. And then somebody did a side-by-side of the two, and they're very, very similar. And I think they worked with the same artist, so I can't help but think that's deliberate.
We gotta talk about the combat. The terrain, that did not look like Dwarven Forge buildings to me.
No, it didn't.
I'm wondering who that was from, because it was beautiful.
It's very beautiful, yeah.
It was some of my favorite terrain so far this campaign. And I think Matt's had some really good terrain this campaign,
yeah,
too.
he has.
But that combat was a little more touch and go than I thought it would be. Like, Ashton took a lot of damage there, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know how much exactly, because I wasn't paying that much attention to it, but enough that they asked to rest.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, I need to sit down for, like, I need at least a short rest. And then when somebody offered to heal them, they were like, yes, please,
right.
Heal me. And that's not Ashton's usual style unless he's really hurt.
Yeah. So I really thought they were just going to, like, wipe the floor with these muggers, but they had a caster with them.
Yeah,
and there was
that's the thing. It was the caster. That caster's who fucked them up, because it's that caster who did Phantasmal Killer, I believe. But it did so much more damage than Phantasmal Force.
Yeah.
It did, like, 8d8 or something like that. It did a lot. I was like, holy shit! Like, it
Yeah.
did so much damage, and it got him like twice, I think.
And it was like this like nightmare version of Ashton that actually, it was so cool.
Yeah.
A little bit terrifying, and yeah, that combat was pretty rough, especially for Ashton.
Yeah.
And poor Erica, she had a couple of really bad rolls, and so Dusk is like, I swear I'm a really good warrior, and then boom, falls off the building.
Which, I'm sorry, when they said that and then Matt made her roll, I was like, oh, this would be really great if she just falls off, or if Erica makes them fall off of the roof because of a really bad roll. Like, that would have been hilarious.
They rolled 2, right?
Yeah,
And they don't have any bonus or something.
Yeah. They were like, I rolled 2, and Matt's like, plus
like,
just
no,
a 2.
Just a 2. That's it.
Yeah.
So, boom.
Yeah, that was really, really great.
I really like Dusk, though. Dusk is a really cool character concept.
I got a little worried because Dusk took a lot of fucking damage right in the, like, round 1. Like, they got attacked, and then, like, I think there was a, something else that, I don't know. They got attacked a lot, and, like, all of them hit, and they all did really, really bad damage, and I was like, Jesus, Matt, you're gonna kill your guest's character in the first round. It was a lot.
And Dusk is a warlock, so they're a Fey-touched warlock.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how Erica flavors some of this stuff. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking because it's Fey-touched and their story is so Feywild focused, that their patron's probably an Archfey.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
Yeah, and when they went to the Feywild and that visit where they became Fey-touched, that's when they established their pact. And now,
what if Dusk's patron is Artigan?
you know,
Do you think Matt would let her do it?
I think Matt would let Erica do that. Yes, but I don't.
Do you think it's maybe a more nefarious fate?
Yeah, that's the thing. As Dusk didn't seem trickstery.
Mm-hmm.
And
Artagan likes his pranks.
Artagan very much likes his pranks.
Yeah, I don't get pranky vibes from Dusk.
No. I do get naive jester vibes, kind of, where like maybe they haven't seen a whole lot of the world yet.
Right.
But I didn't get pranky vibes. So it'll be interesting. And who knows? Maybe their patron will be completely innocent and.
Yeah. So the other question is, how long do you think Erica's going to be there? Is she going to be like the next long-term?
Yes. I think she is the next Robbie, and she is going to be here for 10 to 15 episodes, and then
I hope so.
They'll probably do a couple of, a string without a guest, and then bring somebody else back. I actually definitely 100% think that Robbie is coming back. So it wouldn't surprise me if Erica is here for a small stint and then they're by themselves and then Robbie comes back and finishes the campaign with them. Because when they released Bell's Hell's Minis, Dorian is part of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, WizKids put out the Bell's Hell's Minis and Dorian is part of it. And that right there signals that Dorian is a much bigger part of this campaign than we originally thought.
Because would WizKids spend the money to produce a product for a character who was only there for 15 or however many episodes it was?
Exactly. Yeah, and not only that, but on Four-Sided Dive, Robbie didn't answer a lot of questions that I feel like he would have answered if he wasn't coming back.
Like you want to leave some stuff unanswered?
Yeah. Like one specifically. They had asked something about did Dorian have any crushes within the group, and he refused to answer that. He would not answer that. Yeah, I want Laudna too, but I think it's Orem.
Laudna.
But he refused to answer that, and when he refused, I was like, I bet he comes back. I bet he's coming back. But it would not surprise me if after Erica, Dorian returns and is then there through the rest of the campaign.
Or at least maybe in and out like Ashley was the first 2 campaigns.
Or in and out, yeah. Yeah, like maybe Robbie's a recurring.
I think they're going to do Exandria Unlimited like here and there, because Calamity's coming up for like the next month or so, right?
Yeah.
And so I think Dorian might be kind of in and out so that Robbie can play in the EXU stuff that they do every once in a while.
Perhaps, yeah.
But regardless, I'm really excited to get to know this character Dusk. I think they are super interesting, and I want to know more about them.
Yeah. Oh, I want to know about their weapon. It's dope.
Yeah,
oh my god, it looks so cool. And they made a big deal about it too. Is it rapier?
I think it's a rapier, yeah.
Yeah, but they made a big deal about it.
Ooh, thunder.
Imogen, take it down a notch. They made a big deal about the sword where they did not want to give it up in the alley to the people that were jumping them. And when asked about it, they were like, well, it's special to me. And then, like, didn't say anything else.
Erica went into a lot of detail when she described it.
Yeah. It seems really important.
Yeah.
So there's something up with the sword. We don't have enough information yet to make any sort of guess. Like, literally could be anything. But I'm very interested in this rapier.
And I dig Erica as a player.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Erica was on Dimension 20, and I haven't watched a ton of Dimension 20, but just the little bit that we've seen of Erica so far, I want to watch her in Dimension 20 because I dig her as a player.
I recognize her, so I wonder if she's in the high school Dimension 21, where they're all in high school, and it's not D&D, I don't think. I think it's the Monster of the Week, but I don't know.
Couldn't tell you. I'm gonna find it though, and I want to watch more because I think I dig her as a player, and I think it's pretty
she's
cool.
really, really fun, and obviously she puts a lot of thought into her characters.
Yeah. And like I said, she gave a lot of detail on that scimitar, which I can't remember all of it, but not scimitar, rapier. But I think you're right. I think it's definitely something that's maybe it's
like her patron might be in it. It might be a family heirloom. Like it could be cursed. Like there is something up with that.
And there is a warlock patron that's like the. I think that might be all we have for this video, and this is the last episode of the Critical Role campaign for a month or so. So we'll be doing the Exandria Unlimited Cataclysm videos after this for a little while, which will be DM'd by Brennan Lee Mulligan. I'm super excited for that, and I think it's going to be dark and insane, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to see this because it's been hinted at. I've read a bunch of the lore because my next campaign I'm going to be DMing in Tal'Dorei, so I've read a lot of the lore and stuff for it, and I am just very excited to see it play out.
And we will be posting that campaign here on this channel.
Yes.
All right, like I said, I think that's it for this video. If there was something that we should have mentioned that we didn't, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you like this video, please let us know by dropping a like on it and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.